Good day, another day for me. Actually, good day at work. Only like close to over 4 hours. What a day. I'm not gonna repeat my old saying. I met Boo Boo. I met Boo Boo today. It's a little person again. Why are these little guys always like want to hurt you when you're not looking? Uh, the little guy, some guy, Latino, this and the other thing. It's like first I actually work with him. I don't know if I've seen him before, if in this company, a lot of people, they don't even like say hi to you, this and that. Like the new guy, a couple of young guys actually say hi to me. Like two guys I met today. I don't think I ever saw them before. I saw one of them on pictures they had in the office, and they were cool. But this guy, he's a young guy, like in his 20s, early 20s. I think someone was trying to say he was 20. I don't know, but he's a young guy. And you know what? We're doing his job, and we take this dresser, and he like a couple steps, and he can't pick it up. He can't do, and he's like twisting it. And I told him, let's pick it up, twist it, and then see the dresser was flat on the bottom, so it's not like it had ridges you can get your hands on and get a grip. You have to pick it up lightly, and I always put it on my knee or I stabilize it with my left hand and then I grab it from the bottom. But I couldn't do it because he was just twisting it. And finally did it. We walked a couple steps to the stairs. It was on the second floor, and actually it was on the second floor, and from the first floor there was more steps. So we walked there, a couple steps, and he couldn't do it. He puts it down. He's like, it's like, oh, it's like this and the other thing. So I called the other guy, the foreman. I worked with that guy twice already. And he comes over, he gets it, and he's like, he picks it up, but like I never, like I was on the bottom, and the performer guy, both of them, one or the other were in the front, but it's like he's twisting it to the point where I usually, when I grab from the bottom, I either grab one hand and I stabilize with the left, and I held it. This time I think I held it like on my side, but I know I had my hand, and I could feel it wasn't tilting. He started tilting, but then I'm like, I grab it, and it's like really hard to straighten it there. So it's like I know when you're on top and you walk, it's like it's very hard to have it, stable. Like the weight is on the bottom, but on the top you have to stabilize, and I get it, it's difficult. So then the other guy that put it down walks downstairs with me, and he gets one side, and then it's like and we bring it down eventually, but it's like I get to the bottom and I can take it by myself. I just grab it like this instead of just holding it. Uh, Holding it against my face, and the other guy, I feel it tilting again, and it's like, bro, it's like and then I started thinking, well, if he's tilting, it's tilted on his right hand, so it's like, well, is your right hand weak or something like that? Why can't you like stabilize that? But anyway, we get to the truck. It's a big truck, like a 26 footer, and they had a door on the side, and the foreman guy, he jumps up, and the other guy, I put it down and I help him, and he the other guy, Latino guy, just slams that fucking thing on my hand. I just looked at it, I was like, what the fuck, bro? And then the foreman guy didn't even know. He's like, you alright? You okay, bro? And it just it's not that it was hurt. I was like, I felt it all the way here to my fucking joints. I'm not saying it reminded me of Roy Police Department, but it's like it's like always the cowards or something. Little people always want to hurt you the most when you're not lucky. And I was just angry about that, but it's like, I didn't think he was doing it on purpose. But it's like, why do you think a dresser you just slam it and shit, especially when my hand is there? A lot of these guys at work, they just fucking slam people's items, especially when they're not looking and stuff, It's like, if you don't like this, you don't break people's stuff, don't do this stuff, But I was just angry because, like, it tear, like, my skin. And it's like, it's gonna be a mark, it's gonna be a scar and shit, I'm not like a prissy little kid, like, oh, I don't want to have scars and that. It's like, I don't want that anyway, And it was just a weird, the customer was an older woman, her daughter, I mean, she was voluptuous. She had these gigantic hips, and she had some backside. But, then some people instigated that those two guys were saying something. I don't know, I didn't hear anything. They were saying something, and then, when the former guy said about, the main lady that hired this company, oh, she's such a bitch. She's like, she just rude, this and that. And she didn't even act like that towards me, I believe. At the end, she was being sarcastic. Oh, don't work too hard. And she started laughing. I'm like, all right, yeah, whatever. It's like 3-4 hour job. Like I kind of broke a sweat running up the stairs. It was like the first good job I had. I was looking for stairs and just run up and down, especially up. So I broke a sweat, but it was that, and it was just, it was just weird. The Latino guy that eventually, slammed that dresser on my hand. Later, he got a couch because she was throwing out actually a couch, not a love seat, just one part of the set. And it was on the truck, and I went home, but I went back to the truck with my car to get my tools and some other stuff. She was throwing out like a bed frame because I do scrapping. So I was like, oh, I'll get it, I'll save it for when I go scrapping. And and he's over there, and he's like, hey, can you help me? And his girl or his wife, I don't know, there were two cars. She brought her car, and it was his car, and he's like, I'm like, all right, I'll help you. But I'm like, where you gonna put it? He put it on top. I took a picture. I was like, "Oh man, this is gonna be great." I seen this guy work, man. I don't know if I follow him, like record that shit for him. I would just picture him like on the highway, like, careless, ¿qué va a hacer? But he actually had he had a rope, and so he tied it down through the back window. We actually took it and we flipped it around and put it on his car. There was straps from the truck. I was thinking like, why don't you just get a strap and just strap it really tight? But he tied it so well, it was really tough. And then he only lived like a couple of towns away or a town or two away, so and I'm pretty sure he didn't drive fast. But anyway, it was just I'm not really angry at the guy after all. It was just weird. And then on some clairvoyance shit, I'm not gonna into that. But yeah, I kind of thought about talking to the client's customer's daughter, but I just felt like it was unprofessional. It's kind of professional. It's like I mean, I don't have a girlfriend, this and that, but it's like now that she turns me down, and it's like and then the customer complains about, well, they were saying something, and that guy was trying to screw my daughter when we were looking. I'd be like, at least I wasn't hitting on the guys. It's like I know some of you probably think I do, but it's really not the case. But it was just I kind of exchanged some words, this and that with her, and like it didn't really go anywhere. So I was like, why would I even chase her, this and the other thing, But she was a Portuguese female, and some Portuguese are just very voluptuous females. But all in all, it was a good day. It was a short day, and eventually, they tipped she tipped the customer each of us $20, which I kind of thought there wasn't gonna get any tip because that guy, what he was saying, this and the other thing, and it was just it was just that kind of day. It was in Newark, New Jersey. We went to load them up, which was, I kind of know Newark, especially that area. It's ironbound. There's a lot of Portuguese and Brazilians there, so it's a good area. And, we drove like 35, 40 minutes, and, we loaded up in the storage. There's something else the guy did, the so-called foreman, he had these, it was a TV, a glass mirror, I believe, or a painting or something. And it was like three things, and I put them at an angle so they would just lay something evening. And he comes like, no, you don't do that. And he takes the two things and he stands it up like almost like 90 degrees. And he's like, the third one I'm gonna put an angle so it holds it up. I didn't say anything like, the client, and I heard actually just her daughter was there, but I should have said like, all right, what if someone doesn't just see it and weeks go by or months go by and they don't remember that and they just take it and the other starts falling, they gotta hold it now. It was just like a weird thing. It's just like, why would you even do that? Why would you do something like that? But all in all, it's like, it was an okay day, this and that. There was people saying like the other guy, like the Latino guy, the younger guy, the hairdresser, the hairdresser's hairdresser, like he doesn't know simple things. And I noticed like he just couldn't, do this and the other, or maybe he just didn't care, It's just odd, like, I'm not the type to, I mean, he did look at his phone, he, messaged and he talked on the phone, this and that, but it was, quick this and that. I guess it was about to pick up the couch, I don't know. I'm just like, you had a job, you kind of don't mess with your phone, but he had a couch to take, so he was calling his girlfriend there, I think, to come with. I didn't even care, but just, it was just the beginning of it, and I got kind of frustrated. But then I was like, what does it matter, man? What does it fucking matter? There's plenty of people that will go behind your back, try to hurt you, and say lies about you. So it was all right.